So just begin again, laying on your back. Okay, and just like last week, we'll set up our breath to begin with. So just take a nice deep breath, nice inhale, and fill your stomach up and your chest. Exhale out your mouth, just sigh that out. So inhale again, nice and deep. And exhale, let that out. Good, let's do one more. And sigh that out. And keep that flow of breath going. But next exhale, just straight out your nose, but still sigh, but just out your nose. So inhale and out. Good, bring your knees up to your chest as you inhale. Just hold them here and sigh that out. Good, inhale again. Nice, now as we inhale, just pick your head up, bring it towards your knees. Exhale, sigh. Head back on the mat, flat back. Good, inhale again. Exhale, so really feel that curl in your back begin as you inhale. So as I inhale this way, I'm getting a bit of a curl. And then as I exhale, nice and straight spine. Good, one more of them. Nice, and now just bring your knees above your hips and we'll just go from side to side. Nice and light. And just feel a bit of a massage on your lower back on the mat here. And we'll do some twists shortly, but we're just waking our back up and preparing for that right now. And again, if you've forgotten, just remind yourself of those deep breaths. It's kind of like in sparring, you kind of learn to always protect your neck. In yoga for BJJ, instead of thinking, you know, how's my neck, you know, am I going to get choked, you'll start thinking, how's my breathing, and you'll start reminding yourself of those deep breaths. Good, so next time your knees drop over to the right, just drop them a little past your hips, and we'll just do a light spine twist here. So your knees are going to the right and your left shoulder is trying to come down to the mat, and you're just looking over that as well. Good, and every exhale we'll just relax into that twist a little more. Don't expect too much. This is the first twist we're doing today. We'll do a few more, as I said, so don't expect loads. Good. Let's inhale, knees back up, and just go from side to side a couple more times. Good, and next time your knees go over to the left, just let them fall down a little lower. And your right shoulder is coming down to the mat if you can. And just look over that and feel that twist. This is quite similar to that feeling when someone gets a horrible side control. They're driving your knees one way and they're pinning you down this way. This is that similar uncomfortable feeling, but you're relaxing into it here, so you're kind of learning to weather that storm. Good, bring your knees back up, and now just flatten your feet on the floor, and we'll do some bridging here. So it's almost like an escape, but you want to bridge your hips up on the inhale, then on the exhale you let your hips come down. Okay, so we'll do two more like that. So just inhale up so we can get the breath. Exhale down. We'll do the next one even slower, so inhaling up. At the top of your breath, just hold for half a second and then exhale down. Good. Now we'll keep that movement, but I want you to add some hip movement here. So the points of your hips, just turn them up towards you. So you're lifting your lower back off the mat here, and then continue that movement, rolling each vertebrae up at a time. So on the inhale, I'm rolling my spine up off the mat, pause at the top, and then exhale, roll it back down. And the last thing to touch the floor should be your lower back. So again, your hip bones are pointing this way, and then release. So inhale up, exhale down, and then the points of your hips are going down. Good, 2 more. Nice, and on the last one, tense your bum as you're at the top. So inhale up, tense your bum, get a little more height. Exhale down. Good, now we'll add in the grab of the knees. So I'm grabbing my knees as my head comes in. Letting go, touch the floor, then inhale up. And we'll take a long exhale down. Knees to head. Good, when my knees get to my head and start going away, inhale. Good, exhale down. Knees to head. Inhale. Good, so you're getting this nice bridge, your spine's going one way, and then as we exhale, hips come down, knees lift up, your back's curling the other way. Good, so it's almost like exaggerated cat-cows. So 2 more of them, please. Just to wake everything up. Last one. Remember that pause at the top, tense your glutes, exhale down, and knees up, good. Okay, so knees over your hips again, and then just cross your shins, and just sit yourself up to a cross-legged position. Don't worry too much how you've got your legs crossed right now. We'll change as we go, but we'll do some side stretches. So we've kind of done a twist, we've kind of woken our back up this way, but we'll do some stretches this way, okay, get our side body nice and awake. So to begin with, just left hand on the mat and stretch your right hand up and over, and then over to the other side. Good, so exhale as we go down, relax into that, inhale on the way up, exhale to the other side, good. And just flow with this, so find your breath, exhale down, good. And that far hip, so as I'm coming up, my left hand's down, my right hand's going over, I'm driving that right side hip down to the mat. I'm getting even more of a stretch in my side body here, so really feel that stretch, good. Inhale up this time, my left hip is going down to the mat, my left shoulder's driving away from that. And then we'll pause, whatever side you're on, just pause that side. Good, drive that hand away even more, and just check your shoulders. So your shoulders should be flat still. So if your top shoulder is arching over in front of you, try and open out even more. So your armpit is above your head, and everything's in a nice straight line. It's almost like you've got 2 bits of glass in front and behind your upper body here. Good. Next, inhale, slowly come up, and then exhale over to the other side. Good, driving that far hip down to the mat and that top shoulder away from it. Good, let's sit back up now and change the crossing of our legs now. Good, and from here just either hands on your knees or hands just outside your knees on the floor. Okay, and we'll start off just folding forwards with a flat back, but as you kind of get to the point where you can't move anymore, keeping it flat, it's okay to get a little bend in it. Good, and then inhale, let's sit back up. Exhale, fold forwards again. And now stay down here. And from here again, you can have your hands on the floor or on your knees. But from here, wherever you are, you could be here and this could be your limit. But we're going left shoulder over left knee. And then right shoulder over right knee. Good, so you're just feeling that fold either side. So you're not just folding forwards, you're folding either side. And as you go over to the right, again, remember that left hip stretches away. You'll feel a little stretch in your lower back now. It's less of a twist. Good. And again, remind yourself of those deep breaths that just flow with this. Good, and next time your left shoulder is over your left knee. Okay, bring your left hand either off your knee or off the floor and drive that over towards your right knee. Okay, so the goal is your left shoulder is either on top of your left knee or just over it. So we're getting a little twist here now. And then the right hand that was either on the floor or on your knee, just bring that elbow bit up and then up to the ceiling. Again, you could just be here, that's fine. And just start to feel that twist come on as you maybe look up to the ceiling, see if you can get that. Good, just feel that twist. I feel a really good lower back stretch here as well. Good, and really try and open out your chest. So my shoulders aren't forwards like this. I'm trying to drive my chest into this big space that I'm creating here. Good, and then just slowly start undoing that now. So that right hand's coming down to the floor or your knee. Then you're picking your left shoulder up. Hand goes back where it was. And just go from side to side a couple of times. Just feel the difference in both sides of your back after a little twist like that. Good, and now right side, so we'll go right shoulder over right knee. Your right hand's coming off, driving over the mat here. So you're already feeling the twist. Good, and then that left hand, the elbow of it's coming up, pointing up to the ceiling, or here if that's where you get, but just feel that twist and really pull your chest into it. Okay, so I'm not like crowded in front here, I'm nice and open, got all that space, and then I'm looking up at my hand. I've got way less twist this way and I can feel it already. Good, let's slowly come out of that, the same way we came into it. Good, and then just fold forwards, 2 breaths. Hopefully your lower back's feeling pretty good, pretty awake now. And then next, inhale, just put your hands in front of you and just push yourself up. Good, and just find a straight back, just a good posture here. Okay, and now we'll turn so that we're in an all-four position here. And we'll go over some cat-cows. But last week we just went for the normal cat-cow, but this week let's kind of break it down and then we'll move into the full cat-cow. So start off just moving your hips. So this bit here, so the back, don't worry too much about this part, we'll do that after. So to begin with, keep your shoulders still and just move your hips. So I'm turning my hips so my bum's up to the ceiling, and then I'm crunching my abs as I turn my hips this way. Good, so now I'm turning that way and back. Good. So just a few of them. Inhale, turn your bum up to the ceiling. Exhale, back. Good. Inhale again. And back. So as little movement in your shoulders as you can. Hopefully you can feel your lower back moving here. And a bit of hip movement. Nice, find a flat back now. Good, and now we'll do the same with our shoulders. So imagine you're pushing away, it's like a press up, but I'm not bending my arms. So I'm pushing away like this, So the bit between my shoulder blades is going above them, and then I'm relaxing and my chest's sagging down to the mat. Good. Inhale up. Good. Exhale down. And just keep flowing with that, and just feel how different it is when you're only focusing on one. It's probably feels a bit alien right now, but that's fine. When we link everything up in a minute, hopefully you've picked up some smaller details. Maybe you weren't moving part of your back before in this, and hopefully that's sort of made you aware of that. Good. Now as you dip your chest, we'll look up. And then as you lift your chest, push the floor away, we'll look down. Good. It's quite hard to do this without moving everything else, but it'll be worth it when we add it. Okay, now we'll go for the full cat-cow. So find a flat back, and remember all the details we've just gone over, but try it even slower, so half the speed we were just doing it. Okay, so we'll look up, tilt our bum up, drop everything between. Good. Look down, hips in, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Just keep flowing. So your back should be feeling pretty good. Nice and awake now. And don't just think up and down movements. If you want to do some natural movements here, feel free. See how everything's feeling. We've done some side stretches and twists, so hopefully everything's feeling good. Good. Find a flat back again, and then we'll step back to a plank position. Okay, just a normal plank here. And just remind yourself of details in plank. So keep everything nice and tight, core engaged, tense your bum, straight legs. And then we'll step back to downward dog. So make sure you bend your knees in downward dog today. Even if you've got a beautiful downward dog with straight legs, just bend your knees and focus on a flat back and how good that feels right now, because we've done a few stretches so far, and we'll do a few more. Hopefully you feel really good after. Good. And now from downward dog, step your right hand to your right little finger. Sorry, right foot to right little finger. And straighten that back leg. Now my right hand is going to come on top of my right knee, and I'm going to do a similar twist to what we did earlier. So open my right shoulder and look up. Look at all this space I'm creating with my chest. I'm twisting into that. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, hand down. Step back to plank and back to dog. Good. Nice. Take a deep breath. After that, inhale, left foot to left little finger. Good. Straighten that back leg. Left hand goes on top of your left knee, and then left shoulder up and look up if you can. Main thing is open your chest and really move into that space. Good. Good. Hand down, step back to plank, and then dog. Good. And then from downward dog, try and keep your hands where they are for now, but just come down to your knees. Good. And from there, keep your hips over your knees, and then I'm walking my hands away and then dipping my chest down to the floor. And this is called puppy, but it's almost going to feel like you're trying to create a skate ramp, like this way in your body. So really feel your chest coming down to the floor and that stretch in the front of your body and that curve in your back. Good. And just kind of get used to this position. We'll be here a couple more times today, so just remember how we got here and where we're going after. So bring your hands in line, hands and elbows in line with your shoulders. So you've got a straight line here. And now I'm moving forwards. So my shoulders are coming up over my elbows, and then my hips are coming down. Good, into this sphinx pose. So what I'm doing here is I'm not just chilling here, not doing much. Try and keep everything engaged. So just elbows under your shoulders, shoulders back, chest forwards into that space again. And then pick up your belly button. So bring your belly towards your spine and really tense your glutes and just almost like you're bridging into the mat here. Good. And then in terms of where you're looking, you're not looking up, you're kind of looking diagonally in front of you and tuck your chin. Good, and feel that. And it's almost the reverse of puppy. So in puppy, my back's like this, so it's curved down that way, and then in sphinx, my back's curved down the other way. So if you put both next to each other, it might look like a bit of a kind of half pipe, but yeah, good. And then from here, big inhale, and then exhale, release your hands next to your ribs, and just let your front down on the mat. Good. And from here, shrug your shoulders up to your ears and back as you push down on the mat and lift your shoulders up. Good. Exhale down. We'll do 2 more of them. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. We'll be here again, so don't push too much. Exhale down. Nice. Now push yourself up to all fours again and sit back into this kind of turtle child's pose position. Good. And then come forwards, back to plank, and back to downward dog. Nice. Okay, I'm going to step my right foot forwards towards my right thumb. So inside my hands this time, then my left foot's coming to meet it. And then we'll start a forward fold. So the forward fold, keep your legs bent, knees bent, and your hips over your ankles as best as you can. And then just release and let everything dangle forwards. And today's focus is back. So if you can straighten your legs and forward fold, brilliant. But try and keep a little bend in your knees and just feel your lower back release for today. Good. And then from here, bring your hands just under your knees on the top of your shins. Inhale, find a flat back, so parallel with the floor. Exhale into that forward fold again. Bend your knees a little more. Bring your hands on the mat. Inhale, and then step your left foot back, and then right to meet it to plank. Inhale in plank, and exhale back to downward dog. Good. So let's flow with what we've just done. We'll do that a couple of times. So I'll talk you through it again. Good. So inhale as my right foot comes to my right little finger. Exhale here, straighten that back leg. Hand on top of your knee. Inhale and look up. Find that twist, open your chest. Good. Exhale down. Step back to plank and downward dog. Good. Inhaling left foot to left little finger. Exhale, straighten the back leg. Inhale, left hand to the left knee. Look up. Good. Exhale, hand down, back to plank, and back to downward dog. Inhale in downward dog. Bring your knees down on the exhale. Walk your hands forwards a little more if you need to, and find that puppy pose. Good. Bring your hands and your elbows in line with your shoulders and slowly creep your shoulders over your elbows. Hips down into that sphinx pose. Good. Shoulders back, belly up. Good. Front down on the mat. Hands either side of your ribs. We'll inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. And back down. Good. Push yourself up to all fours. Back to child's pose. And then we'll come forwards to plank. And back to down dog. Good. Good. Next, inhale in down dog. Step your left foot inside your hands this time, and then step your right foot forwards to meet it. Inhale here, and then exhale into that forward fold. Good. 2 breaths here before we go again. Nice. So hands on your shins. Push up, flat back. Inhale. Exhale down. Bend your knees a little more. Inhale. Exhale, right foot back. Step back to plank. And find yourself in downward dog. Good. Right foot outside your right hand. Exhale, straighten that back leg. Inhale, hand on your knee, look up and twist. Good. Exhale, stay here. And back to plank and downward dog. Nice. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, straighten the back leg. Hand on your knee. Inhale, look up. Open your chest. Find that space. Hand down and back to plank and down dog. Good. Knees down. Walk your hands away. Find that puppy position. Remember that skate ramp or ski ramp. Good. Hands and elbows in. Bring your shoulders over your elbows. Hips down. Good. Chest through. Pick your belly up. And then bring your front down to the mat. Hands next to your ribs. Good. Shoulders up. Exhale. Let's go back up. Exhale. Last one. And down. Good. Let's come back to all fours. Back to child's pose or turtle. Good. Then find plank and down dog. Good. Nice. Okay, left foot inside your hands and right foot comes to meet it. Inhale here and then exhale into that forward fold with your knees bent. Good. Next inhale, hands on your shins, flat back. Exhale forwards. Bend your knees a little more. Inhale. Step your right foot back to plank. And then back to down dog. Good. Right foot outside your right hand. Straighten the back leg. Right hand on your knee, or this time, if you're feeling a little more confident, point your right hand up to the ceiling and look up to that. Open your chest even more. Good. Drop your hips a little. And then hand back down. Step back to down dog. And then we'll step left forwards. Left hand on your left knee. Or point it up to the ceiling. And drop your hips a bit. Good. Hand back down to the mat. Step back. Bring your knees down and walk your hands forwards if you need to that puppy pose. Good. See if you can go a little deeper this time. Nice. Bring those hands and elbows in line. And then come forwards to that sphinx pose. And remind yourself, shoulders back, chest forwards. Some nice deep breaths here. Good. Bring your front down to the mat, hands to your ribs. Good. And just think of every muscle in your back helping you here, so you're not just pushing off the floor. So inhale up. Exhale down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale up. And down. Last one. Inhale up. and down. Good, push yourself up to all fours, into that turtle or child's pose. Good, and just 3 breaths in child's pose. Good, and just stay in child's pose, and what I want you to do is I want you to get your right hand and bring that out so it's diagonally away from you now. Good. And then from that, keep your hips over your heels, and your left hand is going to try and meet your right hand. Good. And you should already feel a stretch in your left lat here, or your left side body really. And just move into that stretch more. So again, send your left hip away and your left shoulder and hand are pointing this way even more. So it's almost like you're reaching away as I'm driving my left hip that way. Good. And just 3 breaths into that. You can bring your head down if you want. I'm just trying not to breathe into the mic too much. Good. One more deep inhale here with me. So nice and deep. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Walk your hands back into the middle. Stretch your hands away a little more. Feel how open your left side feels compared to your right side after that before we move on. And now step your left hand diagonally away. Good. And then bring your right hand to meet it. And when you feel that stretch come on, bring it on even more. So right hip away, right fingertips away. Drop your head. Good. One more deep inhale with me. So let's go. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Bring your hands back into the middle. And then just bring yourself sat up again. Good. And now kick your... So we'll start off with our right leg out in front of us. And then just scoop that under. Good. And then I'll get my left foot over my right knee here. Okay, so we're going to go for a little twist again. From this twist, you've got 3 options. Okay, so to start off, you can grab your right hand or right arm over your left knee. And if that's enough of a twist for you, you want your left hand back, just touching the mat. So you're not leaning back, just touch the mat. And again, it's a chest opener. So turn so I can show you. So it's a chest opener, so I'm not twisting this way, I'm twisting this way. Nice and open. And look over that far shoulder. Good, so that's your first option. If you're comfortable there, just stay there for a few breaths. Good, your next option is bring your right hand up towards the ceiling, over to the right, and then your elbow is going this side of your knee, and then same thing, open your chest out like that. Good, and if you want to try the third option, it's a bind, so that right hand is scooping under, past your hip, and then you're clasping your hands together here, and you have to remember here, it's still not like this, it's a chest opener. So open your chest and look over your left shoulder into that twist. Good, one more deep breath here, so inhale and exhale. And however you got into the pose, come out the same way. So if you've clasped, let go. If you've got your hand up, undo that, or if you're grabbing, undo that and just come back round. Good. Okay, so we'll go for the other side now. So just reset, just a few natural movements here before we go for the other side. Good, so left foot out in front of you, bring that in, and then your right foot's just stepping over your knee, and we'll find that twist again. Okay, so we'll go for the same options. So left hand over your knee, right hand is going behind you on the mat.
So behind you like this, open that chest. That's the main thing here. You're opening your chest and you're really driving into that space. We've done a lot of that in this class. You should be feeling that. Good. Next option, left hand is coming over and then into the twist. Or if you want to try the bind, bring that hand through to the far hip, grab your hands or even grab your wrist and look over. Again, so we're not like this. It's a chest opener as well. Good, last inhale here. And exhale, slowly come out of the pose how you came into it. Good, and back. Nice. So let's just lay back now with your knees in the air and just rest the insides of your knees together. Good. And then from here, just bridge your hips up again, how we did at the start. So slowly bring the tips, these bony bits of your hips up, so your lower back comes off the floor, and up. Good, and then from here, my hands are going to point in that space between my feet over here. Good, and drive them through even more, so one shoulder at a time. So I'm leaning over to the left and my right shoulder's going under, and then I'm leaning to the right and my left shoulder's going under. Good, and just keep driving your hands into that space. Good, bridging your hips up. Nice. Slowly start releasing your shoulders so you can come back down and bring your hips back down to the floor. Good, similar thing to what we did at the beginning. Hug your knees in towards you, but keep your back flat on the mat for now. And then bring your head towards your knees. Feel that curl in your back again. Good, let go of that. And keep your knees up. And we'll just finish in happy baby or happy guard pose, as Stina called it. If you bring your knees up towards your armpits here, and then just kick your feet up, almost like it looks like you're trying to stand on the ceiling. And then depending on how you're doing today, bring your hands or arms inside, grab your ankles if you're comfortable like that, or grab the outsides of your feet and just feel that. It's kind of a hip opener as well. It's just a really good way to end. Good, and then bring your feet together and then just lay your feet on the floor and let your knees flare out. And we'll just take a minute just to finish the class of just focusing on our breathing. Okay, so remind yourself of those deep breaths and just take a minute to just soak in how good it feels, just spending a bit of time working on yourself, stretching and making your back feel really good. Okay, so deep inhale. Deep exhale. Good, and then bring your attention back into the room. And if you need a few more minutes, stay here by all means. The class is going to end now. I'll just remind you guys that I'm doing these every week on a Monday now. Sebastian's doing a class on a Wednesday and Sarah's doing one on a Saturday. So stay tuned for more, and thanks for getting involved. If you guys leave us a comment on the video, we'll get back to you as well. And yeah, cheers for training. Take care, guys.